to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Guys, good day and welcome to the most iconic rock in all of the world, which is Uluru, maybe Australia. It is breathtaking. I can say hands down, it looks way better in real life than what you see in photos. Of course, it looks iconic in photos, but when you're in presence of this rock, which is in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and you have no idea why it just pops up at a flat ground, and it is the most unique looking rock. It stands out so much because it is round, it is a single rock formation, and at sunset, for about 5 minutes, it becomes bright red. You see it in photos, you think it's photoshopped, it's actually real. It looks that freaking red for about 5 minutes. I dreamt of this moment, and today I'm freaking here. And now, in Sorelle's typical fashion, challenge. Let's go for a run. Also, may I add, I took photos here yesterday, sunset photos, fell in love, recreating them today. What do you guys think? Which one? Do we like the nighttime? Do we like the daytime? I like it. I like them both. I like everything. I like everything right now. When I was 12, I ran around that rock. It is now 24 years later, and I'm about to do it again. This isn't really that big of a deal. Technically, it's only 10 kilometers around the loop, which should take me about an hour. And that's how long it took me when I was 12. 1 hour and 3 minutes to be precise. My brother, 56 minutes. That's why I'm doing it again, because I want to see if I am capable of keeping up with younger Sorelle. There is a problem though. The problem is that I'm not actually fit enough for this experience. I have not run. It's been a really long time. Years? I knew that I was going to come to Uluru for quite a while now. This has been my dream, but I did nothing about it. And now, so I am unprepared completely. And we're going to be running around this. Am I confident that I'll make it? No. But I thought it would be pretty fun for me to film this back because I think it says a lot about who I am and the type of person I am. Unprepared. Most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, but still willing to give it a crack. And that is what I really like about myself. So we might be struggling. The terrain is rough, it is rugged. It is not too hot out, which is very nice. We're in the center of Australia. It should be hot, but right now is not the season for it. So we're looking at about 20 degrees Celsius, which is breezy. Not too many flies out, which I'm pretty thrilled about. It is the middle of the day. I just remember that when I ran around it, it felt like it would never end. You would turn a corner, you're like, yes, almost ended, and you'd still be running and running and running. Now, am I going to beat my 1 hour and 3 minute mark? I'm not sure about that, to be honest, guys, because there is one profound difference between young Sorelle and current Sorelle. Current Sorelle has an obsession, and that obsession is called cameras. So you guys are coming on the run with me. Camera and tripod, and it means I also will have to stop at times to take some footage. So what I am going to do, I am going to time it. However, when I'm stopping to take photos, I'm going to put pause on this timing of myself. Is that cheating? Yeah, probably. Some of you might say so, but that's the entertainment business for you guys because I want to make sure that you come along with me on this ride and you get some 10 kilometers. It's really not a big deal, but am I going to make it a big deal? Yes. I was trying to become an Olympic swimmer at the time I ran initially. Fitness levels are quite different. So with all that, I'm excited to show you guys around Uluru. I think it's almost necessary to do the full circuit of Uluru when you're here because it is such a magical rock. It truly is. So what an honor, even if I struggle. The wind is also really strong. I know this is a bad idea, right? But it's okay. This is even deeper than I thought. I can always find depth in anything that I do. I sprained my ankle about 3 years ago and it was devastating because I used to run all the time. It was one of my favorite things to do. And I could run 10 kilometers. I remember doing like 10 miles as well. I was starting to train up a little bit and I was trying to impress a boy and I sprained my ankle. So boo-boo happened and I haven't really run since, but I miss it. It's like one of those things, it just makes me feel pretty alive and it doesn't have to be long distances. I know we see a lot of people running amazing long distances online and it's really impressive, but even 1, 2, 3, 10 kilometers gives you a feeling of being human and really using your body. And I'm excited to do that again. I owe it to my body and what a great place to start my running escapades once again at Uluru. That's pretty awesome. This is where they used to climb up and you could go on top of Uluru. When I was here, I remember hearing that the Indigenous didn't like people climbing on Uluru. At the time, I could have had a chance to walk up Uluru, but I just remember being like, if they don't like it, why would I do it? It just doesn't feel right. 24 years later, I'm really glad I didn't do it, because now there's a permanent mark, who knows how long that's going to last, of people disrespecting other cultures. And that's as simple as that. It's a beautiful sight. You don't need to go all the way up. It feels just wrong. Also, it looks way prettier without people on the top. It's just a win for everyone. Time to keep running. 4 minutes in, I can't figure out if this is a good idea or a bad idea. There's a part of me that thinks that this is actually not a big deal at all, and I'll be completely okay. But then there's another part of me that realizes I have about an hour to go. 7 minutes in, it's bloody hot, huh? Wow. There's a lot of these sensitive sites where you're not allowed to film, which is actually kind of great. I pray for these because that means I can just run instead of stopping every freaking 3 seconds. I swear to God, it's so often because it's so pretty to show you guys. That's where I was, and that's where I am. What? I think that's deceiving because now we've got a long part. I'm 11 minutes in. I got a couple of thoughts on that. Number one, I'm probably delusional and I'll still finish after an hour. How can you beat 12-year-old that's trying to get to the Olympics self? Second of all, if I do happen to be way more of a badass than I expect and I actually complete this with pretty swift timing, that's freaking wicked. We'll talk about that later. Let's go for it. The wind just got really gnarly, so I think I've just hit the side that is really, really windy. 16 minutes in, my right knee starting to hurt. It's got something to do with the sprain, because that whole right side is weak. We're exactly 30 minutes in right now, and I'm a little bit worried, to be honest. I just got out of the really breezy part. Wind was really strong. That lasted for about 15 minutes. I have no idea how far I am, so I am a little bit worried that this is going to be a massive failure. There's two things I have to say about that. Number one, if I do fail, you know what? You kind of expect it, right? When you get older, a lot of people don't look after their health. Unfortunately, myself in the physical sense, I don't. I eat really well. I just did a cleanse that helped me tremendously to get rid of a whole bunch of toxins. I lost the cellulite that I had. I'm feeling physically quite amazing. So I take care of myself that way, but I don't physically exercise. And I'm disappointed in myself because this is what people do. Get to their 30s, they just give up. And I hate the fact that I've done that to myself as well. I'm disappointed because I always said I'm never going to become that person. And then things happen, life gets in the way, and here we are. So I guess if I am over 1 hour, everybody's going to be like, yeah, that makes sense, 12-year-old Sorelle. Secondly, though, I'm hoping that I'm close to it. It's wishful thinking because as I said, I don't exercise. I really don't. My lifestyle is not really that active. Sitting in a car is not the most active thing that you can do. I'm hoping that I am still a bit of a badass. The last 3 years, as a lot of you guys know, no drama, everybody goes through really tough things in life. They've been really hard for me. And this is me trying to take photos of myself during that time. And it was a disaster. So weird. And this is me in the last week feeling so good about myself. It just came to me naturally and I'm starting to feel like a badass again. So to remember and remind myself that I am a badass would be such a nice feeling. And I feel like if I do crack this around 1 hour, just gives me the inspiration to be like, okay, you are a badass, Sorelle. What physical challenge do you want to take on? Because you're way more capable than you thought. And that thought is really pushing me to run like a little bit faster. But maybe that's also going to be counterproductive because I'll think I am so fit, so I won't actually put any effort in. And if I do lag a lot, then I'll be like, hey, Sorelle, you got to get your butt into action. So either way, I guess it's win, lose, win, lose. Yeah, okay, my muscles have now started to relax, so I've got to start getting them back in the gear. They're so confused by this like run, stop, run, stop, run, stop. It really is not helpful. I wish I could just run straight. Oh, and also sitting in that position for too long is not ideal. It's also very hot. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Come back. Don't fall asleep yet. This sensitive part that I'm running past right now is, I wish I could show you. It is gorgeous and you don't see it in photos because it can't be photographed. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, what? We are here. That's the car park. I'm just 32 minutes in. Oh my God. No. I think I see cars. This structure, I think I'm at the... There's no freaking way. You have got to be kidding me. Neela? Are you there? finish line? What? I just did that in 43 minutes. This is ridiculous. The end is right here. We need to talk. What the heck is going on? There's no way Miss Amore is fitter than when she was 12. What kind of fitness did I have when I was 12? Trying to get to the Olympics, girl. I'm sorry, but that was not happening. I'm embarrassed a little bit for myself for having created a video about running around Uluru when it really was not a big deal. Like, it was easy. And I thought I was such a badass when I was young. Is it because I was little and everything just seemed so much bigger, so I thought this was a big deal? Because now 10Ks is nothing. Once upon a time I thought it was a lot, and now, I don't know, I think I just told myself in my brain that 10K is not a lot, and I've been thinking that for a long time because I have a lot of friends that are ultramarathon runners. Shout out to Eva and Eli, and this one guy that just broke the world record for running across Australia the fastest. He did 2 marathons every single day. I think we had this perception that 10 kilometers is a lot, but there's so many people proving otherwise, that the human body is capable of so much more. And I just did that for myself. And I'm a little embarrassed that I bothered to make this video, but I genuinely thought there's no way I could crack that because I'm so unfit and I haven't looked after myself. Yeah, I'm a badass. No, I'm not. That was not badass at all. Okay, I guess a new goal. I'm gonna have to set some physical goals for myself. So the verdict is, and I was hoping so badly that I'd get a chance to say this, when you get older, do not use it as an excuse to let yourself go and to let your health go, because our bodies are so capable into old age. But for some reason, there's this huge narrative that says when you get older, especially in your 30s, you just give up and everything starts hurting. That's freaking BS. I don't believe it for a second. Look after your health and your health will look after you. Please don't use age as an excuse. Bodies can withstand so much, and I'm so grateful that I can say it. I haven't let myself go, and well, I have in some ways. Anyway, I'm done. This is not that big dramatic. It's not dramatic at all, but for me, it is a reminder that I am coming back, I am bouncing back, and I am so thrilled. Today is a really big milestone. It feels like the end of a chapter that I've wanted to close for so long. I know that this is the beginning of something so beautiful because bad bitch Sorelle is in town and she's capable of anything, as are you. I also wanted to say, you see these people that are running these ultra marathons and you think, well, the only way to be cool or the only way to be fit is to run 200 kilometers or 500 kilometers. To me, I honestly thought the same. I was like, well, if I'm not doing that, then I'm not even fit. But 10Ks is good. 1 kilometer is good. It's like starting somewhere. And when you see those people that are so far-fetched and you just don't think you could ever get there, but maybe my story of someone that genuinely thought that she's gone down the drain in terms of physical fitness, and after injuries, after setbacks, after a really weird chapter of my life, giving up on myself completely, not knowing how to get myself out of a dark hole. Now this is like, okay, small steps. You can do a little bit, and maybe it's a little bit more relatable than someone that's freaking smashing these amazing ultra marathons that I don't know how they do it, and I admire you guys. For me, this 10K feels like an ultra marathon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, but now I really want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is a magnificent tool for business owners and artists like myself to create a beautiful online presence that actually gets results. There is Design Intelligence. Introducing Design Intelligence from Squarespace, combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. Design Intelligence empowers anyone to build a beautiful, more personalized website tailored to their unique needs and craft a bespoke digital identity to use across one's entire online presence. Squarespace Payments. Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage your payments in one place. With Squarespace, onboarding is fast and simple. Get started with just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. Plus, give your customers more ways to pay with popular methods like these ones. There's a lot. Sell content. Squarespace makes it easier to sell access to content on your website like online courses, blogs, videos, and memberships, and recurring revenue by gating your content behind a paywall. Simply set the price and choose whether to charge a one-time fee or a subscription for access. And these are just some of the amazing features of Squarespace. There's plenty more. If you'd like to find out more for yourself, go to squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Sorelle to get 10% off your first website or domain. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.